Thanks, Mr. Brizard. I want to circle back to the question we just had, which you identified as being really about, is how many good schools are there? How many schools are there people want to go to? And we've been getting a lot of email today from parents at Lincoln Elementary. Mm-hmm. It's a neighborhood school in the Lincoln Park neighborhood on the north side, and it's so popular with local parents, it's in danger of becoming overcrowded. Last month, there was a plan floated to allow Lincoln, and correct me if I'm wrong, to take over space from another really, really well-regarded local school, LaSalle Language Academy. It's a magnet that takes some students from across the city, and that caused a big outcry. LaSalle is one of the city's few schools with a somewhat racially diverse student population. It was withdrawn, is my understanding, but Lincoln Elementary parents have been writing to us saying they want to know, what are you going to do for them? Some of them worry that the school's boundaries will be redrawn, made smaller, cutting them out. One parent, Amy Markley, wrote, "My husband and I spent 2 years searching for a home that we can afford within the boundaries of the Lincoln Elementary School District, only to learn, 1 month after moving into our new home with our toddler son, that CPS may redraw the boundaries of the high-performing neighborhood school we sacrificed dearly to be part of." Mr. Brizard, where do things stand with this issue? What do you hope to do?
Well, first of all, Lincoln is not in danger of being overcrowded. It is overcrowded. It is oversubscribed. It's a very popular school because it is a great school. It's a wonderful gem in our city. And it's a school, when I visited back in September in discussing the school with the principal and teachers and parents, I was made quite aware of the issues. It's one that has been neglected by CPS for many years. And I think for the first time, I think we have an administration looking to do something about supporting Lincoln Elementary. LaSalle is a great school as well, but we have a problem. We've got a school that's oversubscribed. I believe may go to 860 this coming fall. We've got to do something. What the LaSalle plan was something that was floated as a discussion. Not a fait accompli, not a done deal, not a plan that was done, but a way of beginning an engagement with the community, with the aldermen, with the parents, etc. And the LaSalle folks says, no, this is not acceptable to us, and we pulled it back. But that doesn't mean that we don't have to come up with a solution. So right now we have a number of different iterations that we're going to go back and discuss with the Lincoln parents and many Lincoln parents as an option to see what we need to begin to do, short-term and long-term, to see what has to be done to support that school. It is oversubscribed. A lot of parents want to go in there. And it's not the only one. We have other schools in the city, again, oversubscribed, that we're looking to find solutions for. The challenge for us as a leadership team is that we've got schools that are undersubscribed by as much as 50% in some cases. In the Lincoln neighborhood, we've got nearly 4,000 seats, but only about 2,000 children in elementary schools. So we've got schools that have space, but again, not everybody people want to go to Lincoln versus other schools in that community. So we've got to come up with a solution. We don't have the money to spend $30-40 million to build. So we've got to find a solution. We've got some ideas that we've been discussing internally. We need to take it back to Lincoln, to the Lincoln parents, and talk about possibilities. But we've got to have a short-term and a long-term solution for that school.
Thank you very much. We're going to take a quick break here. This is Schools on the Line on WBEZ 91.5 FM. We've got Jean-Claude Brizard, CEO of Chicago Public Schools, here, taking your calls. We've got a call right now from another parent from Lincoln School, and we've been getting so many emails and so many calls. Let's go to that call now. Eric from Lincoln Park, you're on Schools on the Line.
Hi, thanks for taking my call. I just wanted to follow up on the response that we just heard about Lincoln Elementary and tie in something that Tim Cawley was quoted as saying in the Trib a couple of weeks ago, where he mentioned that one of CPS's top priorities in allocating capital was to support high-performing schools where enrollment is at capacity. And I can't imagine a better poster child for a high-performing school where enrollment is at capacity than Lincoln Elementary, yet CPS is saying we can't spend any money to solve this problem because there are other schools nearby that are not as high-performing where there are open seats. So I'm trying to understand how to reconcile this apparent contradiction in statements.
I mean, we have, first of all, we have to put resources where our parents are, where our kids are, where there is a need. No one is saying that we're not going to pour resources into Lincoln Elementary. Clearly, we have to, because again, there's a demand for it, and we have to respond to it. As a parent, I want my child in the best schools in the city. What I was arguing very simply was that as a system, we have to find a solution for where we have undercapacity, we have overcapacity, and find ways to do this in a way that makes sense for the system. But I am not saying that we will not put resources into Lincoln. We certainly have to do that to support the school, to support the children there, to support the parents who are putting their kids in that particular school.
Okay, well, thank you, Eric. Thanks for your call, and I think that's all we're going to do for Lincoln School right now. But it sounds like